It was a fantastic honour for me to represent not just our party, but Britain at the Copenhagen Climate Change Summit. And as the final hours of that summit dwindled away, it was me and others who were called upon to go into the plenary of the United Nations Summit and try and save the Copenhagen Agreement. And we managed to do it. An agreement that wasn't everything we wanted, but an agreement covering 80% of global emissions, the first time that had been done. An agreement that provided money for some of the poorest countries of the world. But when I think about what I'm proud of, I also think about the things I've done locally. Most of all, the petition that we started, 6,000 names in the end, to save local rail services. Because our government had announced that it wanted to cut back on some of those services. And I worked with others to make sure that those services, which were a lifeline for the local community, were saved. So that's the moment I'm proud of, working with my constituents to save the things that really mattered to them. Our constituency Labour parties are at the heart of our campaign to get back into government. They must be at the heart of our campaign against these Tory Liberal Democrat cuts. So many CLPs are already showing how they can be a fantastic campaigning force. I've said that we as a party should be campaigning locally for a living wage. Not just a minimum wage of £5.85 an hour, but a living wage of more than £7 an hour. Putting pressure on local businesses, particularly the larger ones, working with local councils to pay the living wage. But there's something else as well. The way our CLPs can help us get back into power is with a leadership that listens to our CLPs. Because the truth is, if we'd listened more on housing and agency workers and the 10p tax rate, we'd have been a better government, not a worse one. I say let the CLPs and party members elect a party chair to make sure the party has its voice at the centre of policy making. So let's work together to make sure that we as a movement can campaign against this government and then can win the millions of arguments we need to win around this country to put us into power and then sustain us there. I'm very proud of our achievements in government, but we've got to move on from New Labour, and I think I'm the most credible candidate of change in this election. I'm standing because of my values my parents taught me, to not just get angry at injustice, but to do something about it. I believe in a more equal society, where we tackle the gap between rich and poor. I believe that markets have too much sway in our society, and they affect quite a lot of what we do. We work the longest hours in Western Europe. That needs to change. I'm standing because I believe I'm someone who can listen, including listening to our party, because there is no contradiction between winning the election and listening to our party. In fact, we will be a stronger movement, a stronger party, if we do listen to our party on some of the crucial issues that matter. And that's a lesson from government as well. And finally, we need a leader who can inspire, who can reach out to the millions of people who think politics is all the same and inspire them with a vision of a fairer, a more just, a more equal society. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'm standing for in this leadership election.